Union City's monthly housing authority meeting was once again quite lively. The board picked up where they left off last month, discussing the fact that former interim attorney Thomas Coben was subpoenaed to go before a federal grand jury. Current housing attorney Julio Morejon explained that he spoke with Coben on February 13th, and the Chasen, Lehner, and Lamparello attorney said he had made his appearance in front of the grand jury and was hoping the board would reconsider paying him for his efforts. Morejon relayed this information to the board, though Chairman Marty Martinetti didn't like what he heard, leading to a back and forth between him and Morejon.
So would you like me to
saying
read
it's not appropriate?
My opinion stands from the last meeting.
So is it appropriate or is it not appropriate? So if it's not appropriate and you're recommending the board, or even bringing it up for reconsideration, you're bringing something that's not appropriate to
Sir,
this board.
Mr. Martinetti, that's not what I'm saying.
I know my vote wasn't based just on his opinion. It was based on the fact that, basically he's double dipping. We paid him to do a job for us, which he didn't do well. And then now he has to appear before a grand jury because of that service that he provided us. And now he wants us to pay for him to go to the grand jury when we already paid him to do the job in the first place that he didn't do well. For the record, I didn't vote on this just based on the council's opinion.
But I did. The council, if council's here telling you something is not appropriate, then you would be out of your mind to vote for it. Why would you go against council's legal advice? I personally don't have a problem paying for an individual for his services. If the services are outside of the scope of his original contract and it's within legal boundaries in accordance with your opinion, then I don't have a problem paying individuals. But the problem I have now is last meeting, you directed the board that it was inappropriate. And now you bring this up for reconsideration.
I'm not bringing it up for reconsideration, Mr.
It is inappropriate or it's not inappropriate.
I just told you my opinion from the last meeting stands. Why don't you understand
Right,
that?
so your opinion is this is not
Yes,
appropriate.
that's my opinion. I just said my opinion has not changed.
That's fine.
Union City Concerned Citizens Group leader Emilio Del Valle took exception to the possibility that the board may limit public speaking to 5 minutes per person, the same as the standard used at the Union City Commissioner meetings.
I would like to ask the board and the chairman, when was the last time that they had a 5-minute rule in these meetings here in the Housing Authority?
I don't think we've had one during my tenure.
No.
We haven't.
So
We never had any.
2 years, 3 years?
Well, many years.
Many
About
years.
8.
Yeah, we never had it, no.
10 years. Maybe 10.
So, and you're stating that the reason that you want to have these 5 minutes is because you got a lot of people that are asking questions?
No, that's not the reason.
I heard you say
The
that.
reason
and
is-
that, you know, people.
Well, one at a time,
The reason
please.
is to
Each
conduct.
complete your statement.
The reason is to conduct a proper meeting and to give everybody an opportunity to voice their opinion in a civil manner.
In other words, when you have people like us that come over here because we're residents of the city, okay, this is a public meeting, we want to ask questions to see what's going on here in the Housing Authority. That's wrong.
If you feel the 5-minute rule is illegal, then you should start.
Oh, it's not a
Maybe
question.
you should go to every town, start in North Bergen, and work your way around the state of New Jersey.
No, I don't have to go to every town. I'm
And
worried about
every-
Union City. I don't care what North
Correct.
Bergen does.
Like
Freehold
I'm
does,
saying go
whatever.
to every town in New
Okay.
Jersey who has a 5-minute rule implemented,
Right.
and you could voice your opinion.
Every government
if it is illegal,
agency,
council
every
will advise.
municipal agency.
Excuse me.
So, if
Okay.
it is, Mr. Nonconformist.
All right, I just
I'm
want.
trying
If
to
it is
make a
illegal,
record.
council will advise us on that, and that matters up for this discussion based on his research.
Uncharacteristically, a city resident spoke next to complain about the fact she had not been getting called back by the housing authority to find out her standing on the waiting list.
Today because I've been calling to find out about my application, and my question is how long you gotta wait for getting an apartment in housing? That's my question.
What is the waiting list that we have right now, the
Like
turnaround time?
10, 12 years.
Okay, my application I do it in 2000, and they told me I'm in the 17th waiting since June 9.
It's funny, like they apply all different reasons why they give you a number. We have a program from it's called 10 Nast, and that tells you. Have you called? You called and asked what your number was?
Yes, I came and I talked to somebody named Lily, And also, I asking why I stole in the 17th in June. And I asking, I like to talk to the director, and she say, I said I wanted to speak to the secretary. She said he don't have no secretary. That's why I'm here today, because that surprised me. I work for the city also, and I understand somebody got to have a secretary to take the message.
To have your telephone number, I'll call you back tomorrow and let you know.
Well, I leave my phone when I call, and she told me that she's going to tell the director to call me. So
Okay.
that's a month to go, and I'm still waiting, you know.
Okay, could you give your number one more time?
Yes,
Just-
Union City Concerned Citizens Group member Frank Alonso brought up a point from earlier in the meeting where it appeared that the minutes from January's meeting would not be approved. He wanted to know what repercussions this would have on the board.
To know if the minutes for December and January have not been approved, all the resolutions, all the bills paid, everything that took, all the business conducted on those meetings, do they still stand because those minutes have not been approved?
Just to recap, the January meeting minutes have been tabled, meaning that
Yes.
there's no vote happening.
Correct.
Now, the question becomes, which I'm going to do some research on, what is the effect of not approving minutes? Okay. Does it invalidate everything that transpired? I conservatively, I believe, and again, it's been my understanding that if when you're presented with minutes, you review them and you discuss what you believe is correct, what's not correct, and you have a discussion on it. That's why minutes are reviewed, and then you come to a consensus. Hopefully that's what will happen, because you just can't, you can't just reject minutes outright because we had a meeting. I mean, something happened.
Correct.
It's just a matter of, does
I
the board
hate
come
that.
in agreement with what the minutes reflect? Do the minutes accurately reflect what transpired at the meeting?
Right.
He was also clearly annoyed by the fact that the members would not talk about the hiring of former attorney Julio Morejon, to which he promised he would file a complaint with the Department of Community Affairs. I'm John Heides with Hudson County TV. For more information, log on to HudsonCountyTV.com.